If I can teach you how to be a high achiever, guaranteed no less, in the next 3 to 4 minutes, would it be worth you watching the rest of this video? I've just crossed a really big goal off my to-do list, and that's a great thing because it means I can start something new, and I love doing new stuff. Now my to-do list is massive. There's loads of things on there about this community and I'm adding to it every day. There's all this stuff about my business and my family and my hobbies. Now I could look at the length of that to-do list and I could get really overwhelmed by it, and that's a mistake that a lot of people make. A lot of people, maybe even most people, have got an inner critic, and very often it takes the form of a little voice that sounds a bit like and it says things like, why don't you ever achieve anything? Look at all of those things on your to-do list. What's wrong with you? Maybe you need to start getting overwhelmed by all of this stuff. And if we're not paying attention to it, we get hypnotized by it and we do exactly what it says and we start to get overwhelmed. Step one to becoming a high achiever. When we do achieve something, we need to stop, we need to pay attention to it, and we need to acknowledge ourselves for it. Now that could be the form of just thinking about what it was that we set out to achieve and how we got there, because it's likely that there were some unforeseen hurdles and obstacles along the way, and we found ways to overcome them. We need to acknowledge ourselves for that. We need to pat ourselves on the back and from time to time just go, well done me. But it's bigger than that, because the memory of that achievement is going to start to fade really quickly. At best you've got a couple of weeks, at worst you've got a couple of hours, and as soon as that happens, then there's the space there for that inner critic to jump in again with this look at all these things that you need to achieve, look at all of these things that you've not done, what's wrong with you? And once again it's easy to get into that overwhelmed state. So I keep a book of my successes. Very simple, anything that I achieve gets written in here. The way I do it, and you don't have to use my system, come up with one that works for you. In blue I write the date, in black a couple of sentences what it was that I achieved, and in red why that's important to me. And it's not just the big successes either. It could be something like, I've been procrastinating for a few weeks or months or whatever about cleaning out the garage and I've got it done. That's a success and it gets written in my book. So what's all this got to do with being a high achiever? Well, being a high achiever is a state of mind. Being a high achiever is a story that we tell ourselves. Do we tell ourselves that we're a high achiever, or do we tell ourselves that we never achieve anything? It's that simple. And we're getting to the crux of what this video is all about, so pay attention to this bit. What this is all about is collecting evidence, so that when our little voice inside says to us, you never achieve anything, we can say, actually, yes I do, and here is the evidence to back it up. But the real point of this video, the real thing that this is about, is the very second that your list of achievements is bigger than your to-do list, you are a high achiever, and nobody, not even your critic on its worst day, can argue with you, because you have got the facts and the evidence to back it up. You might remember the story of Rumpelstiltskin. As soon as the Queen guessed his name, he disappeared in a puff of smoke, or the ground opened up and swallowed him up, depends which version of the story you read. And it's the same with your inner critic. The very second that you can prove it wrong, it will shut up. But remember, it is sneaky, it has one job in life, and its one job is to make you feel bad. That's why it's important for you to keep the evidence to back this up. So what story are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that you're overwhelmed because of all the things that you need to do? Or are you telling yourself that you are a high achiever because of all the things that you've already done? Remember to like and share this video if you think it'd be useful to others. And remember also, there's an archive of all the past videos over at the website. I'll see you soon.